With ranked choice voting, you're encouraged to vote for all of the candidates, but just in your order of preference. So you would rank your first choice candidate in the first choice spot, your second choice candidate in the second choice spot on the ballot, so on and so forth. And there I've seen ballots for city council races, like in Portland, Maine, and the city of New York, where there's a dozen or more candidates for a single office. So you're asking the voter to rank a dozen or more candidates in order of preference. And I think it's unrealistic to expect that voters could possibly know everything about all of the candidates in a given race to have sufficient information to be able to rank them properly according to their true preference. But even more on the counting side of things. So the tabulators that do the vote counting are supposed to be tabulated to recalculate the ballot vote tallies through rounds of elimination. So whoever gets the least amount of first choice votes, if no candidate gets over 50% first choice votes, you go to the bottom candidate who got the least number of first choice votes. You eliminate that candidate. And then you have to go back to the ballots that ranked that candidate that was eliminated and see who their second choice candidate was, and then take their second choice and add votes to the second choice candidate in the second round of voting, which will produce a different result. And then still, if nobody has reached more than 50% of first choice votes, then you eliminate the next bottom candidate, go back to the people who had that either as their first choice or reallocated to their second choice, and go to their ballots and see what their third choice was or their second choice was and reallocate those votes. And in real life instances, like in the New York City Council race, it can take up to 10 rounds of retallying the votes and eliminating the bottom tier candidates to determine a winner. And oftentimes, somebody who did not get the most first choice votes will overtake the person who did and be declared the winner. So losers actually end up becoming the winners of these races. So you have to
Oh my
be
goodness.
totally trusting that the tabulator has been calibrated correctly to recount all of these
I get it.
votes through every single round. And it's almost impossible to do a hand audit, because what you would have to do is you'd have to go into the ballot box and look at all of the rankings on every ballot, and you'd basically have to use a tally system on a whiteboard to figure out who really won.